Hey guys, welcome back to Trainer Tip Tuesday. We've got Janis here, and today we're talking about the importance of the breath. Coming from a yoga background, I know how important breath is. It's kind of the what gives you life. So getting into the fundamentals a little bit is Janis here. So Janis, what does the breath mean to you?
Well, like you're spot on about breathing being like one of the fundamental things that we do to survive, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we all get it so wrong. And a lot of my research lately has been looking into breathing. It's something that's really coming along in the fitness, health, and well-being industry. You know, you've got some real big pioneers of it, and I'm trying to follow them. And so I thought I'd share some of my reading.
With that said, we will go deeper into each of the techniques because there are so many.
Yeah.
But today, Janis is going to give us a bit of a...
Just a bit of awareness, I think, is the main thing when we're in the gym. So when we breathe, a lot of people don't realize that if you shallow breathe and what we call cervical breathing, it's really high up, and a lot of our cortisol, which is our stress hormone, gets released from our neck and is activated by short, sharp breathing. And that's why panic attacks are like really sort of, you know, it's so easy to get out of it. And what we do is we want to be breathing down in our diaphragm.
Yeah.
And in our thoracic cavity as well, and getting some nice deep full breaths. And the main way we want to do that is through our nose. Our nose was designed for breathing. Our mouth, not so much. It was designed for eating, right? I read somewhere that apparently all animals breathe through their nose unless they're sick or dying.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, I thought that was quite an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Whereas people are breathing through their mouth all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just always sick. I don't know. Hopefully
that's not it yet.
So anyway, so why is the nose designed for breathing? Well, it's got the filtration system, obviously the hairs. It provides moisture with the oxygen, which improves the chemical sort of exchange of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide.
Okay.
The air gets lower into the lungs, and we're just more efficient down in those alveoli to provide a cleaner exchange. We can release a lot more of our waste product. 90% of our waste product gets released through our breath.
Wow.
And
breathe
then
in the good, breathe out the bad.
Yeah, and then also like if we're trying to get stimulated and stimulate our sympathetic nervous system before a workout, we actually release nitric oxide as well. So stuff that you see in your pre-workouts that you consume that hopefully none of my clients do, maybe a little coffee. But yeah, you can amp yourself up just through correct breathing. I won't go into that, but there are ways that you can do that. So a little bit more on the diaphragmatic breath. There's a number of reasons for it. When we lift and we have air in our core, in our diaphragm, and if we hold that, we have a really compact, and it's called the Vassallo Effect. So we're creating this sort of pressure in our abdomen, and that surrounds our spine and that protects our spine. It's another mechanism that the air's compressing our spine and keeping it strong for our squats or any time that we're going overhead or we need that stability and protection of our spine. So that's one really good reason. The other reason, it just slows ourselves down. So we start to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So I won't go into that too much, but basically that's our relaxed state. Yeah. So if we can breathe through, if we're in a workout and we're having a bit of a rest and we need to slow our heart rate down, some big deep breaths through our diaphragm into our rib cage, and then holding it for maybe 4 seconds and exhaling for maybe 8 seconds. They call it the 1-1-2-1 on that sort of ratio. So 4 in, 4 hold, twice as long to exhale, and then another 4 seconds to hold.
Which is not easy after one of Janis's sessions.
Yes, you will be feeling it. But and that's a really good point, because you need to practice your breathing until your nose breathing, especially until it becomes habitual. Yeah. So I often like to program it in the warm up, and I say, okay, so we're only going to warm up breathing through our nose. No one's allowed to breathe through their mouth in the warm up, and that's just 10 minutes of habitual sort of nose breathing and practicing breathing on a sort of low set stimuli of exercise. I like to practice it when I go for a walk. Yep. Just closing my mouth and breathing through my nose. It's half of me. I have such a broken nose. I have like one nostril. It's like a super nostril.
Poor guy. He's teaching us breathing and he's got half the capacity.
Yeah.
No. But from a yoga perspective as well, it is seen as a very effective way to heat the body. So
Absolutely.
We're not supposed to ever have our mouths open in mouth breathing. It's always about in and out of the nose, as long of an inhale and exhale as you can have, because it really starts to generate a lot of heat within your body as well.
Absolutely. And it's another good thing, like if you do workouts in the evening and you're still a bit upbeat from that workout or carrying tension from work or anything, just pop your feet up onto the couch, lay on the floor, and just take some nice deep breaths and just focus on your breath, and it's just gonna calm you down and get you ready for sleep.
Yeah, what I love about all of this stuff is that it's also interrelated. Breathing directly impacts your ability to meditate, whether that is meditation proper or there's no such thing as meditation proper. Whether you're trying to sleep, you're trying to get into a nice hard workout, it all is related.
Absolutely.
Which is what's so great. So the breath is the foundation of that all. Well, thank you so much. We're definitely going to follow up on more techniques around breathing because there are 100%. Endless amounts of them that I think, we'll give you as many as you can so you can take out what works for you. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Janis.
You're welcome.
You took my breath away. See what I did there?
Cha-ching.
All right. See you guys later.